Welcome to the January 17th, 2023 meeting of the Fitchburg City Council. I now call this meeting to order. Please be advised that FATV is conducting audio and video recording of this meeting for public broadcast, and I would ask that anyone else in the audience who is recording this meeting to please identify themselves for the record now by standing and stating their name and residence. Seeing none, at this time I ask that all electronic devices be placed into silent mode. And Councillor Cragen, would you lead us in the salute to the flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
I will. Councillor Cragen.
Here.
Councillor Cruz.
Here.
Councillor Di Natale.
Here.
Councillor Fleming.
Here.
Councillor Green is absent this evening. Councillor Schultz.
Here.
Councillor Squalia.
Present.
Councillor Van Hazinga.
Here.
President Zarella.
Here.
Councillor Bolsherman.
Here.
And Councillor Kuchar.
Here.
We have 10 members present.
Thank you very much. Before the public forum, I would just like to let everyone know that you've probably noticed we are experiencing heating difficulties. It is currently being worked on, well, not currently. It was being worked on throughout the day today, and we're hoping it will be fixed soon. In the interim, I have no problem if any council members want to wear their jackets or anything like that, and I apologize to the audience members that it's so chilly in here.
What did this building cost?
Councillor.
Point of order.
Knew that was coming.
These things, as I was saying at last week's finance meeting, these things happen even to new and well-maintained buildings. Sometimes heating systems glitch out and there's nothing you can do but fix it. That being said, the public had been
Chief.
The public had been advised to contact the city clerk's office regarding any remote comments. None were brought to our attention. If there is anyone in the audience wishing to participate in public forum, you may approach the center podium, identify yourself please by name and residence, and then you may identify an item on the agenda and speak for not more than 2 minutes on that item. Seeing none, we have no report of the Appointments Committee at this time. Report of the Committee on Records. Councillor Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. President. The records appear to be in order up until January 3rd.
I make a motion we accept.
Second.
I have a motion and second. If there is no objection, it is accepted unanimously. We have communications from His Honor the Mayor. Promotion letter for Captain Dante W. Suarez to Deputy Chief to replace retiring Deputy Chief Greg Normandin. Lieutenant Patrick G. Haverty to Captain to fill the opening left by Captain Suarez. And Private Yona Vaughn to Lieutenant to fill the opening left by Lieutenant Haverty. Those will all be placed on file at the City Clerk's office. We also have 4 reappointment letters. Alex Lopez as member of the Planning Board, term to expire January 1st, 2026. Tracy McGrath, member of the Planning Board, term to expire January 1st, 2026. Paul Fontaine Jr., member of the Planning Board, term to expire January 1st, 2028. Charles Caron, member of the Fitchburg Redevelopment Authority, term to expire July 1st, 2024. And new appointment of Fitchburg State University officers transitioning to Fitchburg Special Police Officers, Sergeant Michael Turner and Officer Elijah Weiss, and a new appointment of Sabrina Holly Williams as a member of the Trustees of the Public Library, term to expire January 12th, 2026. Those all stand referred to appointments. Additionally, we have a communication appointing Tracy McGrath as a full member of the Fitchburg Planning Board as an emergency measure for 60 days. Ms. McGrath is currently an associate member of the Planning Board and will be filling a vacancy that arose on January 1st of 2023. Next, we have the report of the Finance Committee. Councilor Brochman?
I got a quick question on these, on the appointments. Somebody asked me that was getting reappointed, why did they have to fill out a resume when they've been on this board for about 20 years?
That is just what our rules state at this time. If we wished to amend those rules to only require resumes for new appointments, we could, but that has not been done and is not currently before us.
All right, thanks.
Report of the Finance Committee. Councilor Gianitali.
Thank you, Mr. President. Finance met last Wednesday and took up the following. 00323 was an order to accept a gift from the IC Federal Credit Union for $5,000 to provide heating assistance to city residents. This would go to the Mayor's Heating Assistance Fund. 00423, an order that the City of Fitchburg approves the expenditure of funds from a grant from the Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency for $20,150 to purchase 2 hazmat suits, 2 gas meters, and 2 battery-powered generators for the Fitchburg Fire Department. 00523 was an order to expend funds from the Massachusetts Department of Fire Services Fire Safety Equipment Grant for $24,999 to update the communication base stations located at each of the city's 3 fire stations. 00623 was an order to transfer within the budget $25,500 from other municipal purposes, capital expenses, to information technology, capital improvements for the purpose of installing drops and conduits at the senior center for better enhanced Wi-Fi capability and internet access. 00723 was a budgetary transfer of $100,000 from reserve for other municipal purposes, capital expenses, to capital projects Longsjo School boiler replacement for the purpose of paying costs for the replacements of 2 boilers at Longsjo Middle School, which would include a feasibility study as required by MSBA. This is part of MSBA's accelerated repair program, of which Fitchburg was one of 16 communities to qualify, get through the first phase. Director of Finance, Jeremy Roach, was at the meeting and stated that this work, if commencing soon, will take place in the summer of 2024. The windows and door replacements that we already approved are taking place this summer of 2023. So this is the first phase of that next round of improvements to the school. 00823 was an order to transfer within the budget $700,000 from employee benefits, health insurance, and credited to school expenses. 00923, there hereby is an appropriated the sum of $258,052.49 from reserve for appropriation PEG access and credited to IT franchise fee for the purpose of paying FATV for franchise fees received during the second and third quarters of 2022. And those dollars were provided to the city from, as required by state law, from Verizon and Comcast. 01023 was an order to appropriate $350,000 from free cash to the stabilization fund, which would put the balance at over $8.4 million and 5.5% of our operating budget. 1123 was an order to transfer from free cash $250,000 to OPEB trust fund for our unfunded liabilities on health insurance. And then finally, 1223 was an order to appropriate $27,500 from available funds, free cash, to reserve for other municipal purposes, capital expenses. We had a transfer out of that account prior to certification of free cash to do a settlement for the airport, and so this is making us whole with that previous transfer that we authorized. And all orders were adopted unanimously.
Motion to accept the report.
Second. I have a motion and second. If there is no objection, we'll take this by unanimous consent. Seeing none, it is approved. 1523 through 2523 are all finance orders. If there is no objection, I will waive the reading of those orders. And
2623 as well?
2623, there is a separate issue that we need to touch on. So if there's no objection, we'll waive the reading through 02523, and those will stand referred to finance. Seeing no objection, they are referred. 02623, this was an order that there be appropriated a sum of money against available funds for fire personal services overtime, and employee benefits. I have a letter here from the mayor stating, "Dear Mr. President, upon further review by the city auditor of the contract settlement with the Fitchburg Permanent Firefighters Association, some corrections need to be made in order 02623. This order is on the city council agenda for tonight's meeting. I ask that the total amount of the order be reduced from $532,000 to $465,000. I ask that the fire personal services line be reduced to $420,000. Fire overtime line be increased to $18,000. And that employee benefits, other benefits line be increased to $27,000. Thank you for your consideration. Stephen L. DiNatale, Mayor.
Motion to amend 2623 as stated in the mayor's letter.
Second.
I have a motion and second. Speaking on the motion,
Yeah.
Councilor Brochman.
What's the reason why we cut the fire personal services from 494 to 420?
That is not detailed in the letter, but it's my understanding that this is simply bringing it in line with what was agreed upon with the union. Is that correct, Mr. Solicitor?
The union and the mayor's office successfully negotiated the most recent contract, and the actuarying of the amounts needed to be adjusted.
Thank you. So this is not actually cutting anything from what we're giving them. This is a recalculation of what the total comes to.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Vinny.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I have a motion and second to amend. If there is no objection, we'll take this by unanimous consent. Seeing none, the amended petition will be referred to finance. Next, we have an ordinance in first reading. Be it ordained that Section 3-160, entitled Establishment Composition, under Article 17, Insurance Commission of the City Code, shall be amended by striking the words the Superintendent of Public Buildings and inserting in its place the Director of Facilities, and shall now read as follows. There shall be an insurance commission, the membership of which shall consist of the following: City Auditor, Director of Facilities, and the Chair of the Board of Assessors. This is reference petition 10522, which is to say we already approved this. This is just coming to us in ordinance form for the first time.
Move to send out 2723 through its first reading.
Second.
I have a motion and second to pass 2723 through its first reading. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Okay, we have Councilor Cragan.
Yes.
Councilor Cruz.
Yes.
Councilor DiNatale.
Yes.
Councilor Fleming.
Yes.
Councilor Schultz.
Yes.
Councilor Squire.
Aye.
Councilor Van Hazinga.
Yes.
President Zarella.
Yes.
Councilor Boschman.
Here. Yes.
Councilor Kuchar.
Yes.
Okay, that's 10 yes.
Thank you. Passed through its first reading. Last, we have 28522, a petition from Councilor Fleming to place jersey barriers at Townsend Street and Marshall Road. It's my understanding that this is that the councilor would like to have this petition withdrawn after consultation with the traffic division.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and second to give 28522 leave to withdraw. If there is no objection, we'll take this by unanimous consent. Councilor, did you have anything to say on the motion?
No.
Okay, excellent. Seeing no objection, the motion is withdrawn. We do have some announcements this evening from Councillor Squalia. There's an annual Nowoko Pride Social where we announce all of Pride Week 2023's events. Join us at the Amazing Legends Bar and Grill, 68 Airport Road, as we announce our theme for Pride 2023 and announce the events of Pride Week 2023. Refreshments will be served and cash bar available. This is Wednesday, January 18th, 2023, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. $25 includes refreshments, buffet, and a show. From Councillor Schultz, the next meeting of the Widowed Helping Widowed Support Group will take place on Thursday, January 26th from 4 until 5:30 p.m. in room 203 at the Fitchburg State University Recreation Center, 130 North Street. Kelly Lynn and Bernie Schultz will co-facilitate the meeting. Ward 1 Councillor Bernie Schultz is hosting a Ward 1 community meeting on Monday, February 13th at 6:30 p.m. here in the Legislative Building, 700 Main Street. Myself, Council President Zarella, and DPW Commissioner Erickson will make presentations and then answer questions. And then from Councillor Cragen, and I would say from myself and other councillors as well, a congratulations to the MLK Junior Coalition for their successful event yesterday, which was a very good set of presentations honoring Dr. King and his legacy. Congratulations on a successful event run to the coalition and to Councillor Schultz, who was one of its principal organizers. Speech. And that concludes our agenda for this evening.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and second to adjourn. Seeing no objection, we are adjourned.